The unexpected visitors. In the vast expanse of space, humanity had long wondered if they were alone. The answer came on a crisp autumn morning, as the sky above New York City erupted with a dazzling display of light. Massive ships, their hulls gleaming like polished obsidian, descended through the atmosphere. The world held its breath, unsure whether this moment marked the beginning of Earth's end or the dawn of a new era. Dr. Samantha Chen, lead scientist at the Global Space Initiative, stood transfixed on the roof of her research facility. Her dark eyes widened as she watched the alien vessels gracefully maneuver between skyscrapers, their size dwarfing even the tallest buildings. Years of preparation for this moment suddenly felt woefully inadequate. "It's really happening," she whispered, her voice barely audible over the low hum emanating from the ships. Beside her, Colonel Jack Harper of the United Earth Defense Force gripped the railing, his knuckles white. "Stay calm, Dr. Chen. We've trained for this." But no amount of training could have prepared them for the sight of the first alien to emerge from the lead ship. The creature that appeared was unlike anything they had imagined. Standing nearly 3 meters tall, its body was a symphony of iridescent scales and undulating tentacles. Multiple eyes, each a different hue, blinked independently as it surveyed the awestruck humans gathered below. As the alien raised one of its appendages, a shimmering field enveloped it and the surrounding area. When it spoke, its words resonated directly in the minds of all who listened. "Greetings, people of Earth. We are the Zarkonian Collective, and we come in peace." The next few hours were a whirlwind of activity. World leaders convened emergency sessions, militaries around the globe went on high alert, and social media exploded with a mix of excitement, fear, and wild speculation. Dr. Chen found herself thrust into the spotlight as one of humanity's foremost experts on extraterrestrial life. As she hurried through the corridors of the hastily assembled Welcome Center, Samantha's mind raced. Years of theoretical work were about to be put to the test. She entered the conference room, where Earth's hastily assembled delegation waited, nodding to Colonel Harper as she took her seat. The door opened, and 3 Zarkonians glided in, their movements fluid and otherworldly. The lead alien, who introduced itself as Ambassador Excelfor, settled into a specially designed chair that accommodated its unique physiology. "We appreciate your warm welcome," Excelfor's thoughts echoed in their minds. "Our journey has been long, but the promise of new friends made it worthwhile." Samantha leaned forward, her scientific curiosity overriding her initial apprehension. "Ambassador, if I may ask, what brings you to Earth? Surely there are countless worlds in the galaxy." Zelthor's eyes shimmered with what Samantha interpreted as amusement. "Ah, Dr. Chen, your reputation for directness precedes you. We have been observing your world for some time, and we find humans fascinating. Your species possesses a unique blend of ingenuity, resilience, and what you call spirit. We believe an alliance between our peoples could benefit us both greatly." Colonel Harper, ever the pragmatist, spoke up. "And what exactly would this alliance entail? We're newcomers to the galactic stage, after all." "A fair question," Selfor responded. "We propose a cultural and technological exchange. There is much we can learn from each other, but more importantly, we come with a warning and an offer of protection." The room fell silent as the implications of Selfor's words sank in. Samantha felt a chill run down her spine. Protection. From what? The ambassador's form seemed to darken slightly, its tentacles coiling tighter. "The galaxy is vast, but not always kind. There are forces that would see a young species like yours as easy prey. We offer our friendship and our advanced technology to help you defend yourselves." As the meeting progressed, Samantha found her mind reeling with the possibilities. The Zarkonians spoke of faster-than-light travel, energy shields that could protect entire planets, and weapons that could render traditional warfare obsolete. It was like something out of the science fiction novels she had devoured as a child. But amidst the excitement, a nagging doubt persisted. Why would such an advanced civilization take an interest in humanity? What did they truly stand to gain? As if sensing her thoughts, Selthor turned its multifaceted gaze upon her. Dr. Chen, I sense your skepticism. It is well-founded. Allow me to show you something that may help you understand our motivations. With a gesture, Selthor activated a holographic display in the center of the table. The image that appeared was of a starship unlike anything Samantha had ever seen. Its lines were sleek and organic, reminiscent of a sea creature, yet it bristled with technology far beyond human understanding. This is the Grande Royale, Selthor explained. The pride of our fleet and a symbol of our civilization's achievements. We offer to share the secrets of its construction with humanity, as a gesture of our commitment to this alliance. Colonel Harper leaned in, his eyes gleaming with a mixture of awe and strategic calculation. That's incredibly generous. But why? What's the catch? Selthor's response was tinged with what Samantha could only describe as sadness. There is no catch, as you put it. We have seen countless civilizations rise and fall, consumed by their own hubris or falling prey to the dangers that lurk in the dark between stars. In humanity, we see a reflection of our younger selves, curious, determined, and full of potential. We wish to see you thrive. As the meeting adjourned, Samantha found herself walking alongside Colonel Harper. The corridors buzzed with activity as personnel rushed to accommodate their alien guests. What do you think, Doc? Harper asked, his voice low. Can we trust them? Samantha considered the question carefully. I'm not sure, Jack. Their technology is incredible, and the opportunities for advancement are beyond anything we could have hoped for. But it seems too good to be true, Harper finished for her. She nodded. Exactly. We need to proceed with caution. The Grande Royale alone could revolutionize our understanding of physics. If they're willing to share that, what else might they offer? And what might they expect in return? As they reached the exit, they paused to watch one of the Zarkonian ships perform aerial maneuvers that defied human comprehension. It moved with impossible grace, as if the laws of physics were mere suggestions. Whatever happens, Samantha said, her voice filled with determination. We need to approach this with open minds and watchful eyes. This could be the greatest opportunity humanity has ever encountered, or the greatest threat we've ever faced. Harper placed a reassuring hand on her shoulder. Then it's a good thing we have you on our side, Dr. Chen. Something tells me we're going to need that big brain of yours more than ever in the days to come. As they watched the alien ship dance across the sky, Samantha couldn't shake the feeling that humanity stood on the precipice of a new age. Whether it would be an age of wonder or one of unforeseen peril remained to be seen. But one thing was certain: nothing would ever be the same again. The sun began to set, casting a golden glow over the city. The Zarkonian ships shimmered in the fading light, a constant reminder of the new reality humanity now faced. As night fell, the stars seemed to shine a little brighter, no longer distant points of light, but beacons of possibility and unknown adventures to come. Samantha took a deep breath, steeling herself for the challenges ahead. The journey into this new frontier had only just begun, and she was determined to see humanity rise to the occasion. Whatever the Zarkonians' true intentions might be, Earth would face this new chapter in its history with courage, intelligence, and the indomitable spirit that had carried humanity from the savannas of Africa to the threshold of the stars. First contact and cultural exchange. In the weeks following the Zarkonians' arrival, Earth transformed into a hub of interstellar activity. The initial shock of first contact gave way to a feverish excitement as humanity grappled with its new reality. Dr. Samantha Chen found herself at the center of it all, working tirelessly to bridge the gap between human and alien knowledge. The Global Space Initiative's headquarters had been converted into a joint research facility, where human scientists worked alongside their Zarkonian counterparts. Samantha stood before a holographic display, her brow furrowed in concentration as she studied the alien script scrolling before her. Fascinating, she murmured, reaching up to manipulate the hologram. Their mathematical models for quantum entanglement are far more advanced than ours. Beside her, A Zarkonian scientist named Zerubbabel undulated with what Samantha had come to recognize as excitement. Indeed, Dr. Chen. But your species' intuitive grasp of abstract concepts is quite remarkable. We believe combining our approaches could yield significant breakthroughs. As they worked, Samantha couldn't help but marvel at how quickly humans and Zarkonians had adapted to each other's presence. The initial fear and suspicion had given way to a cautious but genuine camaraderie. Yet, she couldn't shake the feeling that they had only scratched the surface of what the aliens were capable of. Across the facility, Colonel Jack Harper was engaged in his own form of cultural exchange. He stood in a simulated training environment, facing off against a Zarkonian warrior named Krelfax. The aliens' tentacles whirled in a dizzying pattern, each one capable of striking with lightning speed. "Come on, Jack," Harper muttered to himself. "You've faced tougher opponents in basic training." He lunged forward, using a combination of martial arts moves he had spent years perfecting. To his surprise, Krelfax matched him move for move, its alien physiology allowing for maneuvers that would be impossible for a human. As they sparred, Harper found himself grinning. This was a challenge unlike any he had ever faced, and he was loving every second of it. After several intense minutes, they called the match a draw. Krelfax's skin rippled with colors that Harper had learned indicated respect and amusement. "You fight well for a species with only 4 limbs," the alien's thoughts echoed in his mind. Harper laughed, wiping sweat from his brow. "And you're not bad yourself, for an overgrown octopus." Their banter was interrupted by an announcement over the facility's comm system. "All senior personnel, please report to the main conference room immediately." Exchanging a glance, Harper and Krelfax made their way to the meeting. They found Samantha already there, deep in conversation with Ambassador Excelfor. The room was filled with a mix of human and Zarkonian leaders, all wearing expressions of anticipation. Once everyone was seated, Excelfor addressed the gathering. "My friends, the time has come for us to take the next step in our alliance. We are prepared to share with you one of our most closely guarded technological marvels, the quantum communication array." A murmur of excitement rippled through the human contingent. Samantha leaned forward, her eyes shining with curiosity. "Quantum communication? You mean instantaneous, faster-than-light transmission of information?" Delthor's eyes sparkled with approval. "Precisely, Dr. Chen. This technology will allow Earth to communicate with any point in the galaxy in real time, regardless of distance. It is the foundation of our interstellar civilization." The implications were staggering. With such technology, humanity could coordinate its efforts across vast distances, accelerating its expansion into space. But it also meant becoming irrevocably tied to the Zarkonian network. Colonel Harper voiced the concern that many were thinking. "This is an incredible offer, Ambassador, but it would also make us dependent on your infrastructure. How can we be sure this won't compromise Earth's security?" Excelfor's form rippled in what they had come to recognize as a gesture of understanding. "Your caution is commendable, Colonel. We propose a phased implementation. We will assist you in building your own quantum communication hubs, starting with your moon. This way, you maintain control over your network while benefiting from our expertise." The discussion continued late into the night as the implications of this new technology were debated. Samantha found her mind racing with the possibilities. With quantum communication, human scientists could collaborate in real time with researchers on distant worlds. The potential for advancement was unprecedented. As the meeting adjourned, Samantha pulled Harper aside. "Jack, this is incredible, but I can't shake the feeling that we're missing something. The Zarkonians have been nothing but helpful, yet." Harper nodded, his expression serious. "I know what you mean. It's like we're being guided down a specific path, but I can't see where it leads. We need to stay alert." Their conversation was interrupted by Zerubbabel, who approached with an air of excitement. "Dr. Chen, Colonel Harper, I have wonderful news. The Council has approved a cultural exchange program. We would like to invite a delegation of humans to visit our homeworld." The offer was met with a mix of excitement and apprehension. A chance to see an alien world, to witness firsthand the achievements of an advanced civilization. It was a dream come true for many. But it also meant venturing into the unknown, far from the safety of Earth. Over the next few days, preparations for the expedition were made with feverish intensity. A team of scientists, diplomats, and military personnel was assembled, with Samantha and Harper at its core. The Zarkonians provided them with environmental suits designed to protect humans in the alien atmosphere of their world. As the day of departure approached, Samantha found herself standing before the massive Zarkonian ship that would take them on their journey. Its sleek, organic design still took her breath away, a constant reminder of how far humanity had to go. Harper joined her, his expression a mix of excitement and determination. Ready to make history, Doc. Samantha took a deep breath, squaring her shoulders. As ready as I'll ever be. Let's just hope we're not walking into something we can't handle. As they boarded the ship, Samantha couldn't shake the feeling that this journey would change everything. The mysteries of the universe were about to unfold before them, but with those wonders came unknown dangers. As the ship's engines hummed to life, she silently vowed to remain vigilant, to protect humanity's interests no matter what they encountered among the stars. The Zarkonian vessel rose gracefully into the sky, leaving Earth behind. As they accelerated towards the edge of the solar system, Samantha watched her home planet shrink to a pale blue dot. Whatever lay ahead, there was no turning back now. Humanity had taken its first true step into the galactic community, and the universe would never be the same. The Grande Royale unveiled. The journey to the Zarkonian homeworld took less time than Samantha had expected. As the ship dropped out of faster-than-light travel, she gasped at the sight before her. The Zarkonian system was a marvel of cosmic engineering, with massive orbital structures surrounding multiple planets and moons. "Welcome to Zarkon Prime," Ambassador Excelfor announced, a note of pride in his telepathic voice. "Our home, and hopefully a new ally for Earth." As they approached the planet, Samantha's scientific mind went into overdrive. The world below was a swirling mass of vibrant colors, its atmosphere thick with exotic gases. Massive cities could be seen from orbit, their architecture a blend of organic shapes and advanced technology. Colonel Harper whistled low. "Now that's a sight. Makes our cities look like Legos in comparison." Their ship docked with an orbital station, a structure so vast it dwarfed anything humanity had ever built in space. As the human delegation disembarked, they were met by a group of high-ranking Zarkonians, their bodies shimmering with patterns that Samantha had learned indicated formal welcome and respect. The next few days were a whirlwind of diplomatic meetings, scientific exchanges, and cultural presentations. Samantha found herself in awe of the Zarkonians' achievements. Their mastery of quantum mechanics, their advances in biotechnology, their harmonious integration with their environment. It was all beyond her wildest dreams. But it was on the third day of their visit that the true purpose of their journey was revealed. The human delegation was escorted to a massive hangar bay, easily large enough to house a small city. As the doors slid open, Samantha felt her breath catch in her throat. Before them stood the Grande Royale in all its glory. The ship was enormous, easily dwarfing the largest human vessels. Its hull seemed to shimmer and shift, as if it were alive. Sleek lines and organic curves gave it an appearance of both power and grace. "Behold," Selthor said, his telepathic voice filled with pride, "the pinnacle of Zarkonian engineering. The Grande Royale-Class Cruiser." Harper let out a low whistle. "Now that's a ship. Makes our best look like rowboats." Samantha could barely contain her excitement. "The energy readings I'm getting are off the charts. What kind of propulsion system does it use?" Zelthor's body rippled with amusement. "Patience, Dr. Chen. All will be explained. But first, we have an announcement to make." The Zarkonian leader turned to address the entire human delegation. "Honored guests, we have brought you here not just to witness our achievements, but to offer you a chance to share in them." We propose to gift humanity with the designs and technology of the Grande Royale. A stunned silence fell over the human group, followed by an eruption of excited chatter. Samantha's mind reeled at the implications. With such technology, humanity could explore the farthest reaches of the galaxy, defend itself against any threat, and accelerate its scientific understanding by centuries. Harper, ever the pragmatist, spoke up. That's an incredibly generous offer, Ambassador. But I have to ask, why? What does Zarkon gain from this? Zelthor's response was calm, but Samantha detected a hint of something else in his telepathic tone. We see in humanity great potential. Your species' adaptability, creativity, and determination remind us of ourselves in our younger days. By sharing this technology, we hope to forge a lasting alliance that will benefit both our peoples. As the Zarkonians began to lead small groups on tours of the Grande Royale, Samantha found herself drawn to a particular section of the ship. The engine room was a marvel of engineering, with pulsing energy conduits and holographic displays showing readings she could barely comprehend. A Zarkonian engineer named Vexler approached her, its tentacles moving in patterns that indicated excitement. Fascinating, isn't it, Dr. Chen? The Grande Royale's propulsion system utilizes principles of quantum entanglement to create localized space-time distortions. In essence, we don't move through space. We move space around us. Samantha's eyes widened as she processed the information. That's incredible. The energy requirements must be enormous. Vexler's skin rippled in what Samantha had come to recognize as the Zarkonian equivalent of a smile. Indeed. But we have found ways to harness the fundamental forces of the universe itself. Observe. The engineer activated a holographic display, showing the intricate workings of the ship's power core. As Samantha watched, her scientific curiosity battled with a growing sense of unease. The technology before her was so advanced, it bordered on the impossible. Meanwhile, Harper had been examining the ship's weapons systems with a group of military officials. The Zarkonian weapons officer, Krelfax, was explaining the capabilities of the Grande Royale's main cannon. The particle beam can be modulated to various frequencies, Krelfax explained. At full power, it could potentially crack a small moon. Harper's eyes narrowed. That's one hell of a deterrent, but it's also one hell of a threat in the wrong hands. As the tour continued, Samantha couldn't shake a growing sense of disquiet. The technology they were being shown was beyond anything humanity could hope to replicate anytime soon. Even with the designs and assistance from the Zarkonians, it would take decades, if not centuries, to fully understand and implement these advances. She pulled Harper aside during a break in the presentations. Jack, something doesn't add up. This technology, it's too advanced. Even if we had the designs, we lack the infrastructure, the understanding, even the raw materials to build something like this. Harper nodded, his expression grim. I've been thinking the same thing. It's like giving a caveman the blueprints for a nuclear reactor. We're missing something big here. Their conversation was interrupted by Zelthor, who approached with several other high-ranking Zarkonians. Dr. Chen, Colonel Harper, I hope you're enjoying the tour. We have one final revelation to share with you. The ambassador led them to a secure room deep within the Grande Royale. As the doors sealed behind them, Zelthor's demeanor changed subtly. There was an intensity in his telepathic voice that Samantha hadn't heard before. What we are about to show you is the true heart of the Grande Royale. Zelthor began. It is the key to our civilization's greatest achievements and our greatest burden. With a gesture, Zelthor activated a hidden panel. The wall slid away, revealing a chamber bathed in an otherworldly glow. In the center, suspended in a field of swirling energy, was a crystal unlike anything Samantha had ever seen. It pulsed with an inner light, and she could feel a strange resonance in her very bones. This, Zelthor said, his voice filled with a mix of reverence and trepidation, is the Nexus Crystal. It is the source of our most advanced technologies, and the reason we have sought out humanity as allies. As Samantha and Harper stared at the crystal, trying to comprehend its significance, they both felt a chill run down their spines. Whatever this crystal was, they knew instinctively that it would change everything. The future of humanity, and perhaps the entire galaxy, hung in the balance. The Nexus crystal pulsed, its light seeming to reach out to them. In that moment, Samantha realized that their journey had only just begun, and the true challenges and wonders lay ahead. Crisis and cooperation. The revelation of the Nexus crystal left Samantha and Harper reeling. As they stood before the pulsating artifact, questions raced through their minds. Zelthor's next words only deepened the mystery. The Nexus crystal is both our greatest achievement and our gravest concern, the ambassador explained, his telepathic voice tinged with worry. It has allowed us to reach heights of technological advancement beyond our wildest dreams, but it has also attracted unwanted attention. Before Samantha could ask for clarification, alarms began blaring throughout the Grande Royale. The ship's internal lighting shifted to a deep red, and Zarkonian crew members rushed to battle stations. "What's happening?" Harper demanded, his military training kicking in. Zelthor's form rippled with tension. "They found us. The Void Hunters. We had hoped to have more time." As if on cue, the ship shuddered under the impact of weapons fire. Through the viewport, Samantha could see a swarm of sleek, predatory vessels emerging from what looked like tears in the fabric of space itself. "Void Hunters," Zelthor explained hurriedly as they rushed to the bridge. "A coalition of species obsessed with acquiring advanced technology by any means necessary. They've been pursuing the secret of the Nexus crystal for eons." The bridge of the Grande Royale was a flurry of activity. Holographic displays showed the battle unfolding around them, with Zarkonian defense ships engaging the Void Hunters in a dazzling display of advanced warfare. "This is why we sought an alliance with humanity," Zelthor continued. "Your species' unique creativity and adaptability. We believe you may hold the key to unlocking the crystal's full potential and finally ending the threat of the Void Hunters." Harper's eyes narrowed. "So we're not just allies. We're your secret weapon." Before Zelthor could respond, another impact rocked the ship. The Zarkonian weapons officer, Krelthax, called out, "Shields at 60% and dropping. We can't hold them off forever." Samantha's scientific mind was racing, processing everything she had learned about Zarkonian technology. An idea began to form. "The quantum entanglement drive," she said suddenly. "If we could modulate its output to match the resonance frequency of the Nexus crystal." Zelthor's eyes widened in surprise. Yes, that could work. But the calculations required would be immense, and we'd need to reconfigure the entire power distribution system. "Then let's get to work," Samantha said firmly. "Colonel Harper, can you buy us some time?" Harper grinned, a fierce light in his eyes. "Time to see if all those combat simulations paid off. Permission to take weapons control, Ambassador." Zelthor nodded, and Harper stepped up to the weapons station. His hands flew over the alien controls with surprising dexterity. "All right, you overgrown squids," he muttered. "Let's dance." What followed was a dazzling display of tactical brilliance. Harper's unconventional approach to space combat caught the Void Hunters off guard. He used the Grande Royale's advanced systems in ways the Zarkonians had never considered, turning the massive ship into a graceful ballerina of destruction. Meanwhile, Samantha worked feverishly alongside the Zarkonian engineers. Her human intuition, combined with their advanced knowledge, led to breakthroughs happening in minutes rather than days. They rerouted power conduits, reprogrammed quantum processors, and pushed the ship's systems to their limits. As they worked, Samantha couldn't help but marvel at how quickly humans and Zarkonians had learned to cooperate. Despite their vast differences, they moved in perfect sync, each complementing the other's strengths. "Shields critical," Krelthax called out. "We can't take much more of this." "Almost there," Samantha muttered, her fingers flying over the holographic interface. "Just need to align the phase variants." Suddenly, the ship lurched violently. Sparks flew from overloaded consoles, and for a moment, all seemed lost. Then, with a sound like reality itself tearing, a blinding light erupted from the heart of the Grande Royale. The Nexus crystal, now fully integrated with the ship's systems, pulsed with unimaginable power. Waves of energy radiated outward, washing over the Void Hunter ships. In an instant, the attackers found their advanced technology rendered useless, their weapons and shields failing simultaneously. By the stars, Selthor breathed, his voice filled with awe. "You've done it. You've unlocked the crystal's true potential." As the Void Hunters retreated in disarray, the bridge erupted in cheers. Zarkonians and humans alike embraced, their differences forgotten in the joy of shared victory. But Samantha's elation was short-lived. As the adrenaline faded, she began to realize the full implications of what they had achieved. The power they now wielded was beyond anything she had ever imagined. In the wrong hands, it could reshape the very fabric of the universe. She turned to Harper, seeing the same realization dawning in his eyes. "Jack," she said quietly, "I think we might have just changed the balance of power in the entire galaxy." Harper nodded grimly. "The question is, are we ready for that responsibility?" As the celebrations continued around them, Samantha and Harper shared a moment of silent understanding. They had come seeking knowledge and alliance, but they had found something far greater and far more dangerous. Zelthor approached them, his form shimmering with a mix of emotions Samantha couldn't quite decipher. "Dr. Chen, Colonel Harper," he said, his telepathic voice filled with reverence. "You have saved us all and unlocked secrets we have sought for millennia. But this is only the beginning." The ambassador's next words sent a chill down Samantha's spine. "The galaxy will never be the same after this day, and humanity's role in the cosmic order has been forever altered." As they stood on the bridge of the Grande Royale, Earth now feeling impossibly distant, Samantha and Harper knew that their greatest challenges lay ahead. They had unlocked the power of the Nexus crystal, but with that power came a responsibility greater than anything humanity had ever faced. The stars themselves seemed to shine brighter as the Grande Royale limped back to Zarkon Prime. In the heart of the ship, the Nexus crystal pulsed with newfound energy, its light a beacon of both hope and uncertainty for the future of two civilizations now inextricably linked. As they approached the glittering expanse of the Zarkonian homeworld, Samantha couldn't shake the feeling that this was not the end of their journey, but merely the end of its first chapter. Whatever came next would reshape the destiny of humanity and Zarkonians alike. The universe, vast and mysterious, awaited their next move. A new era of interstellar relations. The weeks following the battle with the Void Hunters were a whirlwind of activity. As the Grande Royale orbited Zarkon Prime, delegations from Earth arrived to begin negotiations for a new, deeper alliance between humanity and the Zarkonians. The activation of the Nexus crystal's full potential had changed everything, and both species knew that their futures were now irrevocably intertwined. Dr. Samantha Chen found herself at the center of it all, working tirelessly to understand the implications of their breakthrough. The power they had unlocked was staggering, with potential applications ranging from unlimited clean energy to the ability to reshape entire planets. "The crystal's energy output is stabilizing," she reported to a mixed group of human and Zarkonian scientists. "But we're still only scratching the surface of what it can do." Beside her, Zyravel, her Zarkonian counterpart, rippled with excitement. "Indeed, Dr. Chen, your species' unique approach to problem-solving has opened up avenues of research we never considered. The synergy between our peoples is most promising." As the scientists debated the finer points of quantum mechanics and energy manipulation, Colonel Jack Harper was engaged in discussions of a different nature. In a secure conference room, he sat with military leaders from both Earth and Zarkon, mapping out strategies for galactic defense. "The Void Hunters may be temporarily defeated, but they'll be back," Harper warned. "And they might not be the only threat out there." Krelthax, The Zarkonian weapons officer who had fought alongside Harper during the battle nodded in agreement. Indeed, our victory has likely drawn the attention of other spacefaring civilizations. Some may seek alliance, others, conquest. The human general leaned forward, her expression grave. Then we need to be ready. The technology of the Grande Royale, combined with this Nexus crystal, it could give us an edge. But we need to be careful how we use it. As the military minds debated tactics and strategy, Ambassador Excelfor was engaged in the delicate dance of diplomacy. In the Grand Hall of the Zarkonian High Council, he addressed representatives from both species. The alliance between Zarkon and Earth marks the beginning of a new era. His thoughts resonated through the chamber. Together, we have unlocked power beyond imagining. But with great power comes great responsibility. The human ambassador nodded in agreement. We understand the gravity of the situation, Ambassador. Humanity has a checkered history when it comes to handling advanced technology. We're committed to ensuring this power is used wisely. As the negotiations continued, Samantha found herself drawn back to the heart of the Grande Royale. The Nexus crystal pulsed gently in its chamber, its light seeming to reach up to her. As she stood before it, she felt a presence beside her. "Beautiful, isn't it?" Harper said softly, joining her in contemplation of the crystal. Samantha nodded. "And terrifying. Jack, do you ever wonder if we're ready for this? The power to reshape worlds, to travel instantaneously across the galaxy. It's like something out of a dream." Harper's expression was thoughtful. "I've been asking myself the same thing. But then I think about how far we've come. A few months ago, we didn't even know aliens existed. Now look at us, working alongside them, unlocking the secrets of the universe. But what if we make mistakes?" Samantha pressed. "The potential for disaster is enormous." "Then we learn from them," Harper replied firmly. "That's what humans do best, isn't it? We adapt, we overcome. And now we have allies to help us along the way." Their conversation was interrupted by the arrival of Excelfor. The ambassador's form shimmered with an emotion Samantha had learned to recognize as deep satisfaction. "Dr. Chen, Colonel Harper." Excelfor greeted them. "I bring news. The Council has reached a decision. We wish to formally induct Earth into the Galactic Concord." Samantha's eyes widened. "The Galactic Concord? You've never mentioned this before." Excelfor's body rippled in what might have been embarrassment. "It was not our secret to share until now. The Concord is an alliance of advanced civilizations dedicated to maintaining peace and fostering scientific advancement throughout the galaxy. With your help in unlocking the Nexus crystal's potential, you have proven humanity's worthiness to join our ranks." Harper whistleblow. "So there are more alien civilizations out there. Friendly ones." "Indeed," Excelfor confirmed. "And now, thanks to your ingenuity, we have the means to contact them instantaneously, regardless of distance. The quantum communication network you helped perfect will usher in a new age of galactic cooperation." As the implications of this revelation sank in, Samantha felt a surge of excitement and trepidation. Humanity was about to step onto an even larger stage, joining a community of advanced civilizations. The opportunities for learning, for growth, for exploration were beyond imagining. "There is one more thing," Excelfor added, his telepathic voice tinged with what might have been nervousness. "The Concord has a tradition. When a new species joins our ranks, they are gifted with a ship, a symbol of our trust, and a means for them to take their place among the stars." With a gesture, Excelfor activated a holographic display. The image that appeared took Samantha's breath away. It was a ship, clearly inspired by the Grande Royale, but with distinctly human aesthetics incorporated into its design. "Behold," Excelfor announced, "the Terran Dawn, the first of Earth's new fleet of Nexus-powered ships. She awaits her crew and her captain." To Samantha's surprise, Excelfor turned to Harper. "Colonel, the Concord would be honored if you would take command of this vessel. Your tactical brilliance and adaptability make you the ideal choice to represent humanity among the stars." Harper stood speechless for a moment, his usual composure shaken. Then he straightened, a look of determination settling over his features. "It would be my honor, Ambassador." Gazulfor then turned to Samantha. "And Dr. Chen, we would ask you to serve as the ship's chief scientist. Your insights will be invaluable as we explore the furthest reaches of the galaxy." Samantha felt a thrill of excitement run through her. The chance to explore the unknown, to unravel the mysteries of the universe, it was everything she had ever dreamed of. "I accept," she said, her voice firm. As they stood there, before the pulsing light of the Nexus crystal, Samantha felt the weight of history upon them. Humanity had taken its first steps into a larger world, and now they stood poised to leap into the cosmic unknown. The Terran dawn awaited, a symbol of the new alliance between Earth and Zarkon. Beyond lay the vast expanse of the galaxy, filled with wonders and dangers yet unimagined. And at the heart of it all pulsed the Nexus crystal, a reminder of the power they wielded and the responsibility they bore. Samantha looked at Harper, seeing her own mix of excitement and determination mirrored in his eyes. Whatever challenges lay ahead, they would face them together, human and Zarkonian, united in their quest for knowledge and peace among the stars. As they left the chamber, ready to embark on their new adventure, the Nexus crystal pulsed one final time. Its light seemed to follow them, a beacon of hope illuminating the path to a future where the boundaries between species faded and the entire galaxy stood united in the pursuit of knowledge and harmony. The dawn of a new era had arrived, and humanity was ready to take its place among the stars.